Hey guys, a while ago I shared a little story about Mafia 2 and what that game meant to me. Today I want to share another part of my gaming journey, the story of my first PC, the games I played, and especially the Assassin's Creed games that became a part of my memories. So let's go back to where it all started. There was a time when I didn't have a powerful gaming PC. My first PC had an Intel i3, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and no dedicated GPU. On paper, it wasn't much. But for me, it was everything. I still remember the feeling of sitting in front of that PC, searching for games, downloading them, installing them, and wondering, will this actually run? Sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. But every game I managed to play felt like an achievement. That old PC wasn't powerful, but it introduced me to a world that I didn't know existed. I played so many games on that machine. Some were difficult to run, some barely worked, but I didn't care. I wasn't chasing graphics. I wasn't looking at FPS counters. I was simply playing. And somewhere during all of this, I discovered Assassin's Creed, and that changed everything. I had played many games before, but Assassin's Creed felt different. It wasn't just a game to me. It felt like a place, a world filled with history, characters, cities, stories, and music. And then came the games that became my favorites. Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, the Ezio trilogy. I didn't know it at the time, but these games were going to become memories. Ezio's journey wasn't just about being an assassin, it was about growing up, about losing people, about finding purpose, about becoming someone different from the person you were at the beginning. And somehow I connected with that journey. I remember exploring those cities, walking through Florence, exploring Venice, returning to Rome, and eventually reaching Constantinople. I wasn't just completing missions, I was spending time in those worlds. Even today, when I hear certain Assassin's Creed music, something happens. For a moment, I'm not sitting here anymore. I'm back in that old room, in front of that old PC, that same screen, that same feeling, and suddenly, I'm back in that world. It's strange how music can do that. It can take you somewhere that doesn't even exist anymore, a place that only exists inside your memories. People sometimes say, it's just a game. Maybe it is, but I don't think games are only about games. Sometimes they're connected to a particular time in your life, a particular room, a particular computer, a particular friend, a particular feeling. For me, these games are connected to my childhood memories, to that old PC, to the excitement of discovering something new, to the nights and afternoons spent exploring virtual worlds. That's why I still remember them. And that's why I wanted to share this story. Not because I played the most games, not because I had the best PC, and definitely not because I was the best gamer. I just want to share the memories, the games that made me excited, the worlds that I got lost in, the characters that I remember, and the music that can still take me back. Because maybe you have a game like that too, a game that reminds you of a certain time in your life, a game that, when you play it again years later, doesn't just show you a world, it takes you back to your own. And I think that's what I wanted to share with you. These games may have been pixels on a screen, but the memories they gave me were real. That old PC, those long hours, the excitement of discovering a new game. I didn't realize it back then, but I was creating memories that I would carry with me for years. Maybe that's the beautiful thing about games. We don't just remember the games, we remember who we were when we played them. And whenever I return to these worlds, I don't just see Ezio, I see a younger version of myself sitting in front of that old PC, completely lost in another world. So this was a little part of my story, a story about games, memories, music, and a journey that started with a simple PC. And maybe this is only the beginning. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next story.